Umuchineke, lovers of freedom. Mazi, Marcel, Okocha have done it again. Have done a good job again. And this time around, together with his friends online, and they were having an open discussion. They meet to the board, or they meet on the board. How do you put that term? Shettima, the Boko Haram sympathetic man. Shetima, they meet him on the board and showed to the whole world that Shetima shot himself on the foot. And Shetima have said yes to Biafra. Shetima have said what? Yes to Biafra. You need to watch this video and make sure it goes viral. This must be our discussion this week. Let the whole world know that Biafra have got an inalienable right to be free. So if Shetima says it means that Shetima knows Biafra should be free. And so this is where we are at. We are winning this war, and there's no two ways about it. Airborne Biafrans, watch this video and make sure it goes viral. I am Vam Vam Vam.
Or even Shetima decides, one of the co-founders of Boko Haram. I was watching him today at the United Nations conference in America. And Shetima was preaching and saying that Palestinians deserve freedom, that their self-determination is an inalienable right of every human being. So Shetima, who is the vice president of Nigeria, is saying that the freedom and self-determination is an inalienable right of Palestinians. But meanwhile,
in Nigeria, he said Nigeria is not negotiable.
Oh, exactly. And over 17 million to even 80. They fought a war, millions of people died in it. Until today, they are still asking for referendum. So that you say no, but yeah, you are preaching something else. What a hypocrisy! So that is a
we are in a social media age. You know, they can deceive few people for a long time, but they cannot deceive everybody, you know, at every time.
To rid the world of inequality, violence and domination of one people by another. Justice is antithetical to revenge. Freedom is an inalienable right and a natural entitlement that cannot be denied to any people.
Hello and good morning, everyone. Today is 26th day of September 2024. I want you to take this video step by step. Don't rush this video so that you will understand the concept of this video. Now, I was listening to the United Nations, assembly that is going on, especially the speech of Kashimu Shetima. When Kashimu Shetima was giving speech at the UN, he shot Nigeria at foot. He was indirectly declaring Biafra. He was indirectly supporting Oduduwa Republic. He was indirectly supporting Biafran Republic. He never knew what he was doing. But now, I believe he will understand what he said at the UN. Take a listen.
Today, we are all witnesses to the heart-wrenching situation in Gaza and other Palestinian territories. We cannot discuss war and peace, conflicts and resolution, or humanitarian imperatives today without reflecting on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict that has been raging since 7th August last year. Of course, the conflict predates this period and has been simmering for a better part of half a century. What it tells us is that the international community has failed to live up to the spirit and aspirations of the United Nations to rid the world of inequality, violence and domination of one people by another. Justice is antithetical to revenge. Freedom is an inalienable right and a natural entitlement that cannot be denied to any people. The Palestinian people deserve their independence. They deserve to have a home of their own in territories already recognized by this very assembly and by international law, which is being routinely ignored. Nigeria continues to urge efforts to bring back on track the two-state solution that offers the prospect for a new beginning for the region. Nigeria reaffirms to supporting United Nations peacekeeping operations. We recognize the need for Africa to build strong and professional armies to meet the multiple challenges we face.
Sometimes it is very easy to talk about what is going on in other countries, but what about your country? The people who are dying in Nigeria outnumber people who are dying in Gaza and Ukraine combined together. But Shetima did not go to UN to talk about what is going on in Nigeria. The same issue that is causing war between the Israel and the Palestine is the same thing that is causing problem in Nigeria, where the Oduduwas, the Biafrans, wants to separate from the artificial amalgamated entity called Nigeria. So Shetima is in the was in the UN National Assembly telling them that the freedom of the people is their inherent right, that there is nobody that can contest it, that people have the right for self-determination. I want you to, go later and listen to that speech. And the question now is Nnamdi Kanu not vindicated as Shetima backs Biafran restoration or Biafra agitation or Oduduwa agitation? Of course he did. Nnamdi Kanu has been vindicated time without number. Yesterday in my live section, a caller called in and explained the pure evil going on in Nigeria. And he hinted this thing that Shetima said. Take a listen.
Because everything about Nigeria is pure evil. There's no other way you can look at it. From the news of the Bobrisky coup we are hearing now, you have the people at the top of the power to the defense minister who is a bandit, a terrorist himself, to even Shetima the one of the co-founders of Boko Haram. I was watching him today at the United Nations conference in America. And Shetima was preaching and saying that Palestinians deserve freedom, that their self-determination is an inalienable right of every human being. So Shetima, who is the vice president of Nigeria, is saying that the freedom and self-determination is an inalienable right of Palestinians. But meanwhile,
in Nigeria, he said Nigeria is not negotiable.
Exactly. And over 17 million to even 80. They fought a war, millions of people died in it. Until today, they are still asking for referendum. So that, you say no. But yeah, you are preaching something else. What a hypocrisy. So that is a
we are in a social media age. They can deceive few people for a long time, but they cannot deceive everybody, at every time. You cannot go to the UN and advocate for a country to separate into two, but in Nigeria, where Nigeria was amalgamated artificially,
by force,
you are saying it's not negotiable. So who are you trying to deceive?
Exactly.
It's not going to happen.
Exactly. So you see how shameless these people can be, that for more than 100 years now, this country called Nigeria was forcefully amalgamated with the force of arm. The people never have any chance. They never give them, till this day, any chance in the form of referendum to decide if they want to be in Nigeria or not. No, they just say you must remain in Nigeria, you must be in Nigeria, put your gun on your head. If you talk, say you want referendum, they kill you, they kidnap you. If you saw you want separate, you say wahala. Then you go to United Nations to tell them about Palestine. Meanwhile, in actuality, in 2005, Israel gave Palestinian autonomy. And that autonomy is what we have been asking for. In fact, it's the autonomy that led to the civil war that happened in Nigeria, because Jugu and Gowon was in Abure to discuss about regionalism. And they agreed. When they got home, Gowon was deceived to negate on what has been agreed upon. So Jugu said, okay, if you change your mind, if you negate on what has been agreed upon in Ghana, I'm not going to sit by and watch my people get slaughtered all the time in the north. Therefore, that way I will succeed. But originally, the agreement was regionalism. That was the Abure conference. So Palestinians, Israel gave them autonomy in 2005 to conduct election for yourself, rule yourself, do what you want, but guess what? They went and they elected Hamas. The terrorist organizations that have sworn that Israel must be wiped out of that place, that whole land belongs to them. So I said to myself, now, if you look at South Africa, the Igbo people when come there, they also harness the land, they occupy, they kill, they do. But today, from even that country, South Africa did not say that they wipe out the Afrikaners, the Netherlands people who are the Africans there. They didn't say that. Just let everybody live in peace, you know. Now, so how can you Palestinians and Arabs say that you wipe away Israel? Even the former Iranian president, he said that a president this time not just a roadside ordinary guy, or a president with huge power and responsibility. He said that Israel will be wiped out of that place because
there is no sensible country you will threaten to wipe out and they will keep you quiet.
And God bless you.
No sensible country. If Nigeria is the only country, ISWAP said they are going to defeat Nigeria and divide Nigeria like they did to America in Afghanistan. And up to today, the CBS is not talking about that, but he keep on talking about the issue of IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu, who is not even a threat. All they wanted was referendum. The truth must be said. I will continue to say it.
In 1999, and they put Sharia into the Nigerian constitution, which is against the secular Nigerian system. But nobody's talking about it. It's incredible. All the politicians in the South Side, both Southwest, Southeast, whatever, none of them speak. These people come up and infusing Sharia into Nigerian secular law system, and they allow it. My brother, now wow.
All right, before we have another caller, we have one person in the house here called Prof. Dato. Prof. Dato, what is your real name and where are you joining us from?
Good day, Okocha. I prefer to be taken as Prof. Dato. I'm calling from USA, Ohio, in USA, Ohio State. I've spoken on your program. I like what the speaker said. You see, it's just a pity. Our leaders in our country are they're hypocrisy themselves. They're hypocrisy themselves. You see, you don't blame the man because I keep telling people, you see this Islamic religion, they always support themselves. Any place they see their brother, even if the truth is before them, they'll support their brother because I don't know if you know in the Quran, it is there. In the Quran, it states, if you are a Muslim and you have a court case and somebody that's not a Muslim calls you up to give witness against a fellow Muslim, you should not do it. It's in the Quran. So you don't, yes, it's in the Quran. So you don't blame what's going on. You know, it's just very terrible. And, you know, why I see that threat to the Igbos, why you see the threat to Nnamdi Kanu simple. Everybody knows what the capability of the Igbos. If the Igbos leave Nigeria, Nigeria knows what will happen. So that's why they don't want. But they are not thinking well. Instead of them to come, rapport with us, and see how we can put things going on, they don't want that. You saw what happened is that yesterday, the court case? What Nnamdi Kanu said, even though I don't know the details very well, but Nnamdi Kanu was saying before that, the last court case hearing, they mentioned the crime happened in London. Exactly. And coming to that of yesterday, they removed the London.
They removed it.
Nyako took to our heels. You understand? When I heard that of yesterday, it showed me how colossally and corrupt Nigeria's level of corruption is. Very compact, colossal and compact. So you see, I was telling my wife, this Nigeria can they think leave this man to go? You're just endangering history. And the only my biggest pain is that sometimes we people from that land don't take time to look into history, because all they're doing to MNK, they're just harboring hatred for us or offsprings that will grow. My kids, I very soon I'm going to give them all what has happened to Nigeria, because in my GSS time I attended Command Secondary School at Abakaliki, and I keep telling people there's something I noticed when I got there. I found out that all the military installations were built in the north. Britain did that thing Britain knew there will be a war. I keep telling people they put all the military installations in the north. They did that. Yes, no, go and check. Now they put that, all the military installations were put in the north before the Biafra. All the armory was there. They made sure these Fulani people got into the army. So you see, the issue of this Nigerian being together, I just wish people are too hypocritical. I saw a speech by this guy on Arise TV, Rufai. He gave a speech and the guy was very objective. I think he termed the speech the genesis of distortion. He made it clear that Nigeria was designed not to unite.
Yeah.
And it was designed to fail. That all these things were doing. He said that, I think he gave that speech in the church. And he was saying, sorry to say, yes, that he's a cripple. Let him tell people that he's very objective. That Nigeria can stand. And I've told people, I've said this sometimes on media, Nigeria is like 3 cups that are tied together. The 3 cups cannot work together. Now the 3 cups get disrupted. The rope breaks. Nigerian government will get the rope, tie it back. The rope will break. They'll get the rope, tie it back. You know that rope continues breaking. It becomes shorter, my brother. There's a time that rope can no more tie those cups together. Yeah. That is how Nigeria is. That is how they is. Once of all, they're even using barbed wire. No, so the country should just, so, you know, I'm happy for what you're doing. And I keep telling people, I can't pray for that country again. It's just the Nigerians I'm pitying I can pray. I've told some of my friends that are men of God. I said, I can't pray for Nigeria. I know the Bible says pray for. I can't. A country that every time you're against the Igbos, you can't say the truth. You just can't say the truth. People are being, Bakare sometimes said, sometime this year, that he was called for a meeting. In the meeting, what was the agenda? How they work against the Igbo. And he told them in that meeting, he cannot be part of that meeting. That how can he be a part of a meeting where they're against one set of people? Imagine. Yes, Bakare said it. Maybe look for you to say. And the thing that pains me, some people are supporting that nonsense. Some people are supporting. Even Mayego said yesterday that all this thing what they're doing again it's not of any use. That's even surprised that Sunday Boho and some people now are shifting away from that Yoruba nation. They want to, you know, rally around and see how they can support Tinubu. Tinubu that is a dead, sorry to say, he's dead wood already. There's nothing that man can do. People should just forget. So that's how those things are going on. People should just, you know, my biggest prayer, I know this Biafra will come. I will remain supporting it as much as I can. And Nigerians should just, in short, Nigerians should stop deceiving themselves. That is just the truth. I've looked at this Nigeria, this thing. I know that prayer can change things, but the probability is very low. Prayer will change things when the leaders can work together towards making things. But a country where there's Lila, you put only one people in government. When there's jump score, somebody from the southeast to score 300, somebody from the north to score 100, he will come into the same university. At the end of the day, they will graduate.
It's so pathetic, my brother.
Yeah,
just summarize what you have to say. You just have a minute left.
Yeah, it's very bad. That's why when I served, they nearly attacked me. They told me I served in the northeast, Taraba State to be precise. They told me to help them. I told them I'm not helping them. They dealt with me because they destroyed my toilet. They almost destroyed I told them I can't help you. At the end of the day, I will help you. You come out in the labor market. No. It's better that I don't help you. Let it be that when we come out in the labor market, I receive the brunt.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for understanding the situation and saying it as it is.
It's Nigeria. They should be objective. We should stop lying. Yeah. It's not a matter of course you're not Igbo. The country is gone. It's gone. And people are supporting this evil. Okay, my brother, thank you.